Hi everybody. Today I'm going to tell you how my $200 challenge is going and explain to you how to boost your numbers if you're not in a great spot yet on your $200 challenge. Mine isn't going perfect. I'm doing okay though. I've got 30 something bucks put back. And I've been not shopping, which I do have the craving to shop. Because we got to keep it real here. I do absolutely have the craving to shop. But when you're saving money, you just do other things. Yesterday I went to my parents' house for Sunday dinner and I made homemade cinnamon rolls and took those and actually baked them at my mom's house. So the whole house smelled like cinnamon rolls and everybody was very happy. Everybody ate too. That's a lot of cinnamon rolls. They were awesome. Now, my $200 challenge is going okay. My swag bucks is a little lax right now. I'm going to try clearing off my history and see if that helps me get more surveys. That's entirely possible because they do track stuff on your computer. So I'm going to give that a shot and I'll let you know how that worked next week. And tomorrow I'm going to take in my bottles. I probably have a black garbage bag of bottles and that's about it. I don't like to have too many in my place because I live in an apartment. So I'm going to take those in and add those into my jar as well. So that will give it a boost. Now I'm very close to having what I need to get my first $25 Amazon gift certificate for this month on swag bucks, and then I need to work on the second one and I'll be fine with that. If I get beyond that, that's great. Any bonus is a bonus. Now, some ways that you can save money, and I wouldn't even mention them if I wasn't actually doing these two things myself because they're not my favorite things to do, but I do it to save money because I would rather put the money towards other things in my life. So one of them is hang drying clothes. I wash them and I hang dry them, and it saves on electricity. If you live in an apartment where you're paying for a dryer use, it saves you cash out of pocket immediately, but it wears your clothes out faster to dry them as well. So you give yourself a 2 to 3 times longer clothing lifespan by hang drying them. So that saves money twice. The other thing I'm doing that I'm not crazy about right now, I'm sure once I've adjusted to that, because I've adjusted to hang drying clothes. That's just how it is here. It's been that way for a long time. The other thing I'm adjusting to right now is hand washing dishes. Yeah, I know there's a lot of places online that say hand washing dishes is not actually a money saver compared to using a dishwasher. That's not true. It's simply not true. There's a few costs that they are missing. They're counting water costs, and then they say you have to heat your water, electrical use. Okay. You're heating your water either way. And if you use a little bit more water, it doesn't matter because you're using the electricity, and the electricity doesn't cost, well, it costs around $5 a month for the electricity if you're not using a heat cycle. It's $5 a month, and then you're paying $3 to $5 a month more in detergent costs. And then if you need rinse agent, you're paying for that too. So you can save about $10 a month by hand washing your dishes. And you don't have to wait for the long cycle of a dishwasher, because to get mine clean it takes 3 hours and it's horribly noisy. So I prefer the quiet of it. It's just getting into the swing of it that's a bit of a pain. but I'm doing my dishes every day, and either way they're getting done every day. This way I just get to save some money. We'll have to see how it's affecting my bills later in the month, because I do all kinds of crazy things to save money. Not all of these are going to work for you. Pick and choose the ones that'll work. Now, if you're like, I'm not hand washing my dishes, I work full time, I don't have time for that, then don't. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. It really doesn't take much longer to hang dry clothes. If you're worried about the stiff feeling, dry them for 5 minutes and then they'll be soft, and then hang dry them. Now, that doesn't apply if you live in a very humid climate where your clothes won't dry, that they'll mold. That happens in places like my sister when she lived out on Vancouver Island. It was too humid to do that. So it depends on where you are. If you're in Calgary, totally works. Now, to get to that $200 total, if everything else is working like crap, because you don't have to do this every single month. This is a money booster month where we're trying to save $200 each. For those who are playing along, it's the money game. The best way to give you a boost sometimes is to sell off the items you're not using, because they encumber you and they're in your house and they're taking up space and you're not using them, and they depreciate in value over time. Now, there's places to sell them, like on Kijiji here. You can offer them up, and don't take a low ball offer. You know, you want them to sell, so compare it to prices that are on there, because it's only worth what it will actually sell for. The other way is a good option. Oops. Hi, Mom. Bye, Mom. The other way it's a good option is online auction sites. Now, this one is a Calgary one, and they have to actually come pick it up. And I live in Calgary, so this works well for me if I need to sell something. Now, I like the process of bidding it up, but there's something that everybody should consider when it comes to selling things. And I'm just going to switch things back over here for a second. And I'm going to pop up the calendar, see what we can do here. Can't move my window. Okay, I'm going to pause it for a moment and move my window. Okay, I'm back, and here's what we need to talk about. Today is September 5th, and when to sell. Now, people get paid at certain times of the month. We all know this, right? When I'm doing the online auction site, people know that they have to pick up within a week of something being sold. They shop before they have the money all the time. So I know if I want to get the biggest bang for my buck, Fridays are paydays for lots of people, 15ths are paydays for a lot of people, and child tax benefit comes out on the 20th. So I want to put something in from here to here, and you want it a day or two before. You want to start on the Wednesday, so that people have time to start bidding something up. And you have to have, at this auction site, the minimum time you can have an auction is 24 hours, but it can be up to 72, so that's 3 days. So for me, I would say a Tuesday on the 13th and go the 3 days to the Friday. And then people have to wait 24 hours to pick up, so they come pick up on the weekend if they all got paid then. And if they didn't get paid then, they'll come pick up over here when they get their child tax benefit. So it's a great way to sell items, especially if you're selling items that are children related, and you know that the people who are having children they get their child tax benefit on the 20th. So you want to gear it towards them. It's important to try and gauge the time of day that you put it on. If you can put your ad on during rush hour when people are just coming home, it tends to be a good time because people are just getting on the computer. So that's always a good thing too. If you're on the sites like that, you really want to research your starting bids. It depends on the item because there's two ways to go about it. One is a big risk. You can put no starting bid. And on the site that I go on, that means that it's 50-cent starting bid. So if you're putting a $10 item up for 50 cents, and it is something that lots of people are going to bid on, they create this competition swarm sometimes. But it's not without risk, because if it doesn't take off, it could be sold for 50 cents or $1. So, or it can sell for $20. It just depends on how stuff takes off. But it is a great way to maximize what you're going to get. In fact, if I'm ever going to sell something online, I do it once a month, and this is the time frame in which I would do it in. Every month's going to be a little bit different, but I always try to gear it to right before the Friday and the 15th and close to the 20th, so that the auction will make it so that all those people can participate, and I'm maximizing my potential to sell something. So really that's about all I have for you today. It's a great way to bump up your opportunities for your $200 money game. So good luck. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day and make some money. Bye-bye.